Hi, welcome back. Today, Wednesday, classic rock. And we're looking at an artist who's been around for quite a while. I'm looking at a couple albums here, started about mid-70s, where he really started putting out records under his own name and making a name for himself. And the artist is Randy Newman. Now, I do have a few Randy Newman albums, and I was going to bring them out, but to tell you the truth, I'm looking at some of the older ones, and I just don't know what I can say about them. What I did do was go back like I did with a few other artists we saw last week and created my own greatest hits albums. Because, in all honesty, there's stuff on those early Randy Newman ones that just isn't appropriate. I mean, it was not appropriate back in the mid-70s, and it's really not appropriate now. So I kind of skipped that, went in, created my own greatest hits, because I did like what he did, but I couldn't agree with everything he put on his albums. Now, first time I think I saw him play was on Saturday Night Live episode, and he did two songs from the Good Old Boys album, Louisiana, and I think it's got a number with that, Louisiana 1927, and Marie. And those are two that I included in my greatest hits. Now, there were some other songs on there, and there's some that really good to stay away from. The next album I had, and this was one I had on 8-track, was Little Criminals. And again, there was some inappropriate stuff on there, so I picked out the songs that I enjoyed off the album. And these, again, showed off really what Randy Newman could do. From the Good Old Boys album, I mean, that Louisiana song, the orchestration, the arrangement, his performance on piano, his vocal styling, all of that just created such a great vibe. And like I say, his writing was really amazing. On this one, Little Criminals, we had the songs Can't Fool the Fat Man, Little Criminals, Jolly Coppers on Parade, Sigmund Freud's impersonation of Albert Einstein in America, and Riders in the Rain. And again, those were my favorite tunes from this album. Now, Randy Newman had quite a history, quite a series of albums out. I have to say, though, I did enjoy his theme for Monk. That was excellent. And from this one, Toy Story, You Got a Friend in Me. I mean, another great tune. Now, I said there's some things from the early years that maybe aren't really appropriate in Randy Newman's catalog, but I found one the other day from 1965, Randy Newman Orchestra. And what it is the soundtrack to the TV show Peyton Place. It was on in the mid-60s. Kind of a little scandalous TV show, but Randy Newman was the musical director and wrote the soundtrack for it. And I found it on the streaming network. I don't know if hard copies even exist for this or not, but if you want to go back and check out some early Randy Newman, see his orchestrations, what he was doing and writing. Now, he claimed this was a lot of what he called surf music, but it's an interesting look at a artist in the early development stages. Again, I did like the work he did in the mid-70s. We have to skip through and kind of sort out which songs we want to listen to. I have to admit, I haven't really listened to his work much past that, other than, again, the theme song from Monk and You Got a Friend in Me. And when he shows up, but you can hear his distinctive style and the way he sings, the way he plays, the way he writes the music. Well worth checking out. Certainly a great performer. He's got the longevity. He's been around for, well, gosh, that's got to be over 50 years now. If you figure the Peyton Place, we're probably looking at into almost 60 years performing. And well worth taking the time and give him a listen. Streaming networks, absolutely. Hard copies for a lot of the material, sure. Or, again, if this stuff's been around long enough, we could be looking at yard sales, secondhand stores, and all those kind of places where you can get some great discounts. So that's it for today, my greatest hits version of Randy Newman, and something for you to take a look at. We'll see you on Friday. Until then, everybody take care, stay safe. Thanks for stopping by.